Yo,
So,
bro, how you doing?
how far?
I do fine, man. My guy.
This is the first time we are seeing each other since our last recording now.
Don't say I'm down.
Uh,
How has life
You
been? How's life treating you, my brother?
share your beers, very fresh.
Guy, if you
That's
freeze
it.
beard. I have been struggling to
See me,
hear you.
see me, see me. Hey.
Yeah, don't worry. I have to lay my hands on you, man.
I remember,
I-
I remember when we went to Keke in Enugu that time.
yeah.
Then the Keke man was asking me like, "Are you my elder brother?" I'm like, Omo, we are mates, so we are mates. So the Keke was asking me. So it's just something I just remembered now. How you doing now, bro? You look good.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank
How
you.
is studies and everything now?
Going fine, man. Doing a second master's is not easy. I swear, I swear, man. But it's good
Hey,
because I, it's 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 a different field now. So I'm going to learn some things afresh, and yeah, that's a good thing. The knowledge is not. It's not. There's no end to knowledge. The more you advance, the more you are aware of what you don't even know. That's the problem. So you are aware that I don't even know this thing. So it's fine. It's going fine so far. Yeah. How are you? How is
you're 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 enjoying it now.
Yeah. I'm hopeful, optimistic. How are you? How's everything
Yeah,
going? I know you're working on some designs earlier. Huh? We were talking about just those designs. How far? How's it? Hope it's going well. You're in your
yeah.
architecture mood where just the drop walls and you don't analyze
But
everything. Normal you now.
it's going fine. I think the biggest thing now is just the skill. You know,
Okay.
being
Yeah.
it's just scaling and hoping that the bodies resolve their disputes and we can finalize a few things that we are supposed to have finalized a while
Great.
back.
Great.
So it's just things are hopeful basically.
Yeah.
Things are hopeful.
That's nice.
Eh, so bro, we have a lot we want to talk about today. Today is
Yes.
action packed.
Let's dive. Let's dive into it. Let's dive into it.
So I think the first thing that I think let's just talk about one of the things that has been going on lately that I just saw and I felt
Okay.
and in a way I was a bit surprised at the people's reaction towards it. You know, the guy dunking his face in bath water in ice water rather,
Yeah.
Ashton Hall.
That Ashton Hall.
So yeah, so it's the way. A couple of years ago, people would have been more receptive towards that, but I don't know. People seem to find it quite funny now.
Yeah.
but,
I don't
but sorry, before you go on, let me just for those who don't know what this is or who this is, I think I will just play a clip of it. But also, the Ashton Hall is like he went viral for waking up around for sharing his extreme 4 a.m. morning routine. His daily regimen includes both mouth taping, ice baths, and using banana peel for skin for what do you call it, like skincare and all that.
skincare. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what made the whole thing comical was that he woke up by 4 a.m. until I think he showed his routine from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. It was basically him waking up, doing some push-ups, dunking his face in ice water, going for a jog, drinking a blue water. Just he felt very inauthentic and very funny, very curated. So I'm sure you've seen it. How did you receive it?
First, coming from someone who's not an early morning person. I'm not an early morning person. Please. I still don't believe God created us in this world, or put us in this world, or whoever you believe created you, or whoever any of our viewers believes created them, that we should wake up that early. I don't understand. They say there's no peace, there's no sleep for the weekend. It's only the weekend that should be lacking sleep in their life. Why am I waking up by 3? It feels. I saw the video and first thing first that came to my mind. It felt I don't know. Is what synthetic or it felt. It was not original. It showed that it was just for. Funny enough, I felt it was an advert for the bottled water. What's the name of the bottled water? The one with the
Saratoga or Saratogo, something like that. Saratoga.
Honestly, that was my first because I saw the bottled water more than I saw every other thing. There were two things constant in the entire video: himself, and his bottled water. And so,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, is this guy a brand behind, or is it like some steps towards him trying to advertise for them or something like that. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And but it was first, if I can't relate to it because that's not me, first of all. So my being cannot relate to someone putting themselves through that extreme. Even military men don't go through that kind of extreme 5 hours regiment in the morning. Well, actually, you said 4 o'clock. It was actually by 3, I think 3, and it was at 3:52, which was so like. See, people be set their alarm for like 3:15 or 4:15. We use 15 or 30, or not, or 10s, 3:10. What is 3:52? You know how exact your life has to be for you to wake up at 3:52? Come on.
Well, in his defense, and this is the only defense that I think, or one of his defenses, there was another video he released shortly after where he was talking about how, I think the video said, I saw it on X, he's talked about how he wakes up by 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. And at the end of the video, the only relatable thing there was the fact that before the 4 a.m., basically, he had an alarm for 3:52, 3:53, 3:54, 3:55, 3:56.
I saw that video this morning. I was like,
so
this
I have never.
Go, that's what I do.
I have never, bro. I have never felt so seen. Like the guy could see me.
Exactly.
Because that is exactly how I set alarms. I set it if the worst is if I have a flight to catch, or if I'm going traveling with boss in maybe I'm from the here to the east or something. I am setting alarms like a mad person. I set for 3 o'clock. See how I set it? I set it for 3 o'clock. So that alarm kind of juggles me. It moves me off from deep sleep. Just wake up, just shake me a bit. Even if I sleep for the next 30 minutes, I'm not in a deep sleep anymore.
Exactly.
I slept for 3:45, bro. That was the only relatable thing. So
but
the fact that you woke up for 3:52 was just funny.
Yeah, when I saw it, I saw that video this morning. The one of the following the subsequent video. I was like, oh, so this guy set alarm like this. I was like, oh, okay, you're a human being. Hey, now was saying this. That was like, I could relate to that one because I know that even me that sometimes you have to wake up by 6 or by 7 in the morning. I still have my alarm for like 6:45, 6:30, 6:45, and 7 o'clock. Or I still have for 5, 15 minutes intervals. So just like you said, the same sequence to let you know that okay, you need to wake up, or arrange yourself, put one leg out of the bed first to know that okay, you're not comfortable enough to sleep a very deep sleep. So, but I think for me, I just feel like it's years ago, like you said, this whole the video he put out would have been received differently, especially on the internet, on the social media. I can remember if I don't know if you remember these guys. It was a thing in Nigeria, so obviously I don't know people inside the world might not relate to it. The Coupe Boys.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those guys, you saw they had a very short time. They just had a very short reign.
Yes.
They did a tour. These guys, they came to Nigeria. I think they're in France.
Yeah.
They came to Nigeria.
Yeah, they're from France. Yeah.
Paid them. People paid them to come to Nigeria just to come to.
They were doing club appearances.
They did that dance. Coupe. Yes.
Or something like that.
You saw how they just had that offshoot and just came to, because at the time now, after a while, people started realizing that some of these things are not original. Some of these they're not. You're not relating to the masses. You're not relating to what everybody's feeling. Maybe you're relating to one of one. Whatever, very few people who live that kind of lifestyle. Who are very very regimented. Who have this very very strong routine. So they might relate to you, but the rest of us, we're trying to survive, man. Why am I sleeping? Why am I waking up by 3 in the morning when I have to go to work by 8 or by 9? You understand? Why am I spending the first 5 hours of the day trying to do exercises? That's about 4 hours or so. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that there has to be a reason. If that's my job, fine. You understand? But that's not my job. I have a job to do later. I have the next 12 hours or 16 hours of the day to get to a proper job. And then, you understand? So people feel like, man, you know what? Guy, go and stick here. This is all fake. You're just, and now people have that ton of videos of people trying to mimic him and trying to do more relatable content to people. And now people are relating to those ones much more than his own. You understand?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people that is winning this thing is just the bottle water company that is winning, man. Those guys, they've got some free advance. Free advance, man. They've got some free advance. So
the thing is, what I wanted to, one of the things here is, I I understand, that such this kind of thing is can be possible, but it's
Yeah,
very
of course.
highly unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
It's highly unlikely because first of all, why are you waking up so early?
Mm-hmm.
3:52, and it's, it feels, too much. And why it feels too much is you woke up by 3:52. Let's just assume you woke up by 4 o'clock. Until 5 hours, you basically did nothing.
Nothing.
You did something in 5 hours that you could have compressed into 1 hour. You could have
Exactly.
prayed, you could have done your exercise, you could have read your Bible, you could have taken your notes, you could have actually done your face dunking in ice water, you could have brushed your teeth with your Saratoga blue water and all that. It's something you could have still done in 1 hour. So it's like, is this actually content or is this real? So it is that in between that people are caught in,
Yeah.
are a bit caught up in, and it becomes satirical where people are just, it becomes funny because the question is this guy being serious? Is he being real? How do you wake up by 4 o'clock and spend 5 hours doing something you can actually compress into 1 hour or 30 minutes, something like that? So it's just that point of, also sometimes maybe we shouldn't take these people too seriously. Maybe we should take it for what it is, which is just, these guys are just creating content.
Yeah,
But I can understand when, sorry to cut you short. I can understand when you say you are creating content, but if you portray it as realistic, that's your truth, as the reality of your existence, then I'm like, come on, let's be serious here. If you tell me, if you're actually joking, if you're a content creator, or you position it as someone who is making content, I understand. But when you position it as somebody, as your authentic life, I look at it with a lot of skepticism, and I'm like, come on.
And that same reaction you're having is what a lot of us know we had also. It's what majority of people that was the same reaction of, come on now, this not original, this is not normal now. You understand? Even very, very strong like athletes who know what are prime, they don't do this. You understand? It now seems fake. It might be that that's his lifestyle, or I don't know. Might be, but now because of the way he's portraying it, it's more like it's. I know there's a way you portray some things, and sorry to say, but I think it's something that's human. It happens. There's a way you portray how good you are in something that people will start, they'll start eating you, or they're like,
Yes.
You understand? This is a lie now. You understand? So that's spite to be there. I don't. Is spite the correct word? But it's not like it's enough.
Yeah.
It's not bad, I say, but
I think
like,
yeah.
they're like, okay, this is just for you, or you're basically lying. You're not telling the truth. You understand? So I think that's the reaction majority of us are getting, and it's our truth. We're telling you that it's not normal for you to not sleep at night. Like, seriously, an adult, you should be getting 8 hours of sleep. Why are you sleeping? Why are you waking up by 3 in the morning? When according to medical, we have friends who are in the medical field, and they advise that the best time for sleeping as an adult is between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. That's like the best sleep hours, and that's when you have the deepest
Those
sleep.
REM, those deep sleep thingy.
Those deep sleep, that's, when don't believe say this one again. If they dream say you be Dangote, that's the time you dream at your Dangote, because it's the best time to sleep. You understand? And now somebody is taking that prime sleep time off their life because they want to. I don't know. I don't know. And maybe because we cannot relate between his physique and the routine. You understand? He showed himself running.
Yeah.
The time he spent in the gym was just very, very small. So he didn't. We don't even know how he got at his body, because the body was also there. Behind the entire video was his body. He was showing us his very, very toned parts and everything. Okay, is this routine what gave you this body, or what is this routine? What's the benefit of this routine to your life? I understand, like, what you're showing us right now. What's the benefit of this routine to what you're showing us? You get, if you had spent the first 5 hours of the day in the gym, doing push-ups, doing exercise, one understand like, okay, this was what you did to get this physique. But now there's no relationship between the bottled water to his physique, because that's the other thing that was very obvious in the video. It was himself, the bottled water, and his physique. Because I don't know, still as if the guy doesn't have shirts. I don't know, man. People who just get packs just like to show themselves so much. I don't blame them, shall. But it's okay actually.
Yeah. The thing is, you made a very good point, and I never actually thought of it, is that his appearance is also part of the content that is being put out there.
Yeah.
Because why I say so is that if he was not part of it, you would have worn a shirt.
Exactly.
So your physique is also part of the message you're trying to pass across.
Yeah.
It's part of what is on the table, in the sense that it's part of what you are also displaying. And something that felt a bit weird to me, that put me off in the whole thing, was, why are people helping you wear your shirts? They're giving you your watches, they're giving you your belt, they're helping you open your door, you're carrying your bags. I'm sure it's a reality for some people, but even the wealthy people, you see that they have it. Is this like valet? Is this old British? Is this the Victorian era? What is going on here? Are people actually helping you put on your belt? Like, do they give you your shirt in your closet? You have.
That's why that's the thing that people can relate to it, and that's so now you have these are the pointers that if we are seeing him wear his shoe together and probably use that shoe stuff to put on his shorts, to wear his shirt and struggle with his belt, we would understand. We'll say, oh, and they feel this thing too sometimes, or most in a while we feel miss one, oh, remove the belt, start all over again. So as I said, it felt and then that was synthetic. What's wrong with it? Why I should have checked?
Actually,
it synthetic.
Actually, it's synthetic.
Real. Yeah.
But if you think it's actually, I think now I've come to the conclusion that it's just content, because if you think about it, everything is very curated. And it's something that I noticed that was also very funny. When they give him everything, he says, thank you. I am telling you that's a lie. Nobody does that. I'm telling you it's a lie. No. We all say thank you. But are you telling me now, in your household, someone who you employ to work for you, everything the person hands to you, you tell the person thank you. Every time you tell the person thank you. Every minute you're telling the person thank you. I don't believe it.
Okay. So, let me come from this way now. It is possible that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? But with the reason why you're having a conflict, merging his life, what is his kind of person with that attribute of being able to say thank you to people, to his staff, is because of the ways the context of his video, the way he portrayed himself. He's portraying himself as someone who, as this, I don't know, the extreme measure of, I don't want to say alpha male, because I don't like to use that word, but he's portraying himself as this king of kings in whatever he's doing. You understand? So it's more like every other person. No, he's not human. What he's doing is not human. Waking up like 3 a.m. in the morning and having like 6-hour routine. So why should you still be telling everybody that person thank you? So you can't relate. So it's your brain trying to recognize that this person is also a nice person. That's the problem, because people who are nice people don't wake up at that early in the morning, and I can't.
Bro, I cannot believe.
Something pushing.
Look, someone watching this thing, someone listening to this can think that maybe I'm a horrible person, or I don't appreciate people, or stuff like that. And that's actually far from the truth, though. But the thing,
you're not. You're a good person.
No, actually, I really don't. Honestly, I really don't care, because that's someone's opinion. But to tell someone thank you for everything the person does, gives you the full thank you. Gives you this. It feels very. It felt like because there's a camera. It felt because there's a camera there, you're doing all this thing.
Yeah.
Look, because someone doesn't say thank you for everything doesn't mean the person is a bad person.
I agree with you. I
understand appreciation, but the way it just felt. See, the whole thing just felt very curated.
Yeah, you feel like this kind of person. Exactly, that's the thing. You can't relate both things. If he had been, how do I put it now? If he had been, I don't want to recognize these two things, but I don't want to mention things. But if he had been Davido, who had done the morning routine, and he's with his guys, and he said thank you everything, you won't have this problem. You know why? Because we know that if they want to portray such a routine, he will portray it the ways. You will see him in the morning, wake up and say, "Guy, how far now, man? Give me whatever I can drink first up." He will do that. He will go through the struggle. We all go through and wake up in the morning, because he probably puts it on. It would be a more original routine. But this routine is curated. That's why you feel that. That's why, and the thank you coming out from a curated. It's curated. Thank you. No, it's not at a point when you get used to people, you tell them, "Hey man, oh thanks, Abel." There will be this. Even the thank you.
Yeah. It's not
the tonation of the thank you.
It doesn't feel. You've made a very strong point. That the thank you feels more like, it doesn't feel that these are people who you know. If you're someone who I'm very used to,
exactly.
The thank you is a bit different.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's a bit very.
Or the person gave you the very correct belt. Said, yeah, nice. You have good choice. So
something like that.
You try one or two good compliments.
And again, there's no conversation with these people. So are you so Anyway, Shaz, we've spent too much time on this, brother.
Yeah.
The thing is, I let me for my own. This is my own final point on this.
Yeah.
I like, in as much as I've spent time. What I just don't like is, I don't like social media portraying a lifestyle that is inauthentic, because some people who are less sure and assured of themselves eat some of these things up.
Yeah.
It's what is familiar common with guys and women. They have, there's this people who are not very, they've not discovered who they are. They are not, their sense of self is not so strong. They get too carried away by what they see. They are influenced by some of these things that are very unrealistic standards and ways of living. So that's why I like when some of these things are, I'm someone that likes to be sure what I'm saying. Is this content? Are you portraying a lifestyle? Because in all he has portrayed it as his way of life. And personally, I don't believe it. But it's possible that the brother is actually, that's his way of life. And if it is, man, he's a rare breed.
I swear.
And one thing again, I'm happy for him is this. At least it's giving him visibility. I always appreciate anyone's hustle, that anyone that is making money, trying to better themselves legitimately, you're not going to do weird stuff to make money. You are hustling, even if it's influencing. Even though your style is a bit great for someone like me, but I can appreciate that, yes, you are doing what you have to do. And again, our only advice is that if he's actually, I saw a tweet where someone said he was actually drinking all those water for no reason, like he had no, he was not under any contract with that company to promote that product, and he was just doing it. So because if I don't know American rules on this, I just saw a tweet on it. Apparently, if he was promoting the brand, he was supposed to have disclosed it in the videos. So if he's actually not promoting those brands and he's actually using the brands that way, man, dude, why are you leaving so much money on the table now? Is it not?
Honestly, I wish him well in terms of with the numbers, the brand that we've seen the brand because of it. I think he has his videos over almost 1 billion views, or over 100 million views right now.
Yeah, over 500 million views. One of the videos.
If by now, I'm sure maybe that's what some people would take to the company and say, you know what, this is what we've done to your company over the days. This is proof. You know, you have to now give us money. Sometimes you have to put yourself to that, give yourself that challenge. You know, make the results, or get the results and show it to them and say, okay, now we need money. Let's have a deal. So I wish him well. I guess he gets a deal from those guys because he's doing well for them. And man, his routine is nice. Talking of influencers and realistic lifestyles, and giving the media some sort of tough benchmarks, or standards. What do you think? Did you hear about the is it the Onuha brothers? Those guys have been giving them
Onuha,
giving them problems.
Onuha brothers.
Yeah. So
Onuha brothers.
Yeah, I saw one of their videos.
The name.
Yeah, I saw one of their videos and where one of them, I think it wasn't a Lambo or wasn't a Ferrari. So and it was saying something about, it was just basically saying that you're not man enough. I think that's like, I can't remember the correct phrase, but the context is that you're not man enough if you're not driven a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something like that. And I felt like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, are you basing your masculinity on the car you've driven? I don't understand. Like, because so he and his brother be portraying this lifestyle, of wealth, making money, how you have to be living this life, and it stays in I think it stays in the UAE, so it stays in Dubai, also, how you need to make money and all that, the kind of lifestyle you need to live, and it's wanting to show, it's not to make other people feel bad about them not having what you have. You understand? You're lucky enough by God's grace or whatever to get what you have, and now you're trying to make other people feel bad for not having what you have, and you're insulting them, as if you woke up one morning, as if you had to go and till the soil, as if you literally took your whatever to go and till the soil to make money, and you were only possible because of your strength, and so. And now I saw that they've been arrested for drug trafficking. So apparently, the entire money was coming from drug trafficking.
From drug trafficking.
Imagine, man.
Well, for those who are not who don't really know who these people are, I think they are a group of brothers who are influencers. I think they live they are from the Netherlands, but I think they shuttle between the Netherlands and Dubai.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of promotion on Instagram. the Lambo. I'm sure one of the videos you've seen is something I've also seen. The Lamborghini, they are driving a Lambo, stuff like that. So they influence, they are influencers from the Netherlands who reside in Dubai. And I think I saw one of their videos on their YouTube channel a while back when they went to watch the Champions League final and all that. So they live a very, very comfortable jet-setting lifestyle. I think they also have a course where people pay money to learn how they make money, all this affiliate marketing, network marketing. So apparently they were caught in Dubai and they were charged with drug trafficking. And unfortunately, I feel bad for them. And I'll tell you why. The boys, I think their father is Nigerian, if I'm not mistaken, because the name Onoha.
Yeah, sounds Nigerian.
Ono is, I really don't know what Onoha means, but it's Onoha, the one that speaks for all, like something like that. Onoha is an Igbo name, so I guess their father is maybe Nigerian. I think so, because I remember I saw a video where they met him or something like that. So, like, this is my Nigerian brothers too, and unfortunately, Dubai don't play with, the UAE. They don't play with drug offenses. These Middle Eastern countries, they clamp down on it heavily.
Of course.
Some places give the death penalty, some places the life imprisonment. So I feel so bad for them because I know that, man, I don't think they're making it out of this situation in one piece, man. It's quite terrible. It's quite terrible. But it also reinforces, like, what is the lifestyle that they are promoting and how are people eating all these things up? It also boils down to the fact that we should be careful about some of the, and it's a point I made earlier. A lot of people are very gullible. Very, very gullible. They eat up all these things, even when the things are not realistic. They eat it up. They believe in it so much, especially those who don't have this, like, I use this word a lot, and it's very important, sense of self. Sense of self in this instance means knowing who you are. And knowing who you are comes with sitting with yourself, experiencing life, understanding. Young people cannot really know who they are. Knowing who you are comes oftentimes when you are a bit older, a lot of life experience. You know yourself. Like, you are Daniel, I'm Joseph. We know. In fact, we didn't even introduce ourselves since we started this week.
but anyway, we'll come to that. But let me chip in something. In terms of this knowing who you are, it's way back. Let's say 15 years ago. 15 years ago, yeah, when we're basically like in our mid-teens, you understand? The internet was we're never exposed to the internet as much as this, you understand? We're not as much as people who are that age at this moment, you understand? That was like the early days of the internet. We were just probably using BlackBerry was available then. Now, was it even the Nokia phones and all that?
Nokia Express.
What kind of things were exposed to in the media was a bit different, you understand? But right now, you see kids of 10 years, 11 years, they already have phones, they already have YouTube, they already watch these things. They are curating their lifestyle based on what they see online. And some of them don't have parental control, you understand? I don't know, we're lucky enough that the early parts of our years growing up, we didn't have to look at the internet to build our lifestyle. We had to look at our elder siblings, we had to look at our cousins, our uncles, our parents to build our lifestyle. You understand? We didn't have to check
Good
it
point.
to know, oh, this is how I should live, or this is how I should talk. You understand? The most we had that was outside of our purview, or outside of our community was movies. You understand? Those are the things that movie. So, okay, I want to be like this person. We're watching football. I want to be like Maradona. I want to be like that was the most we had, you understand? So we were able to build ourselves based on what we're saying and what we're reading in books, in the storybooks, what we're reading in our textbooks, and even the adults. So our parents had enough time to spank us if we're doing wrong, and the community was there to help. The neighbors were even there to help. But now you have kids who are 10 years old, who are 11 years old, at the prime part of trying to just step into teenage years, and that's when you start having this teenage stubbornness, or what do you call it? They're trying to
rebellion.
That little rebellion is coming up, which we did, and I have my story. One day we will share our rebellious stories, but they try to be them, and now they isolate themselves in their rooms. They have their iPads, they have their phones, and they spend hours. They spend more time on the internet or on YouTube, much more than they spend with their parents, hearing from their parents, or talking with their neighbors, or talking with their friends. You understand? So now they build. Imagine a child of 10 years or 11 years coming back to the house and spending next 32 hours watching videos of people like this, trying to tell them that you are not man enough if you cannot if you're not driving a Lamborghini, that child is already saying that I have to be able to get a Lamborghini before I go to university when I'm 16. You understand? When we went to university when we were 16,
Yes.
where I was what do we know?
What is our
What's
business
happening
with
in driving a car?
about
Lamborghini? So if you even drive a parent's car, say it's by luck. You understand? It's by privilege. You know how privileged you are to even have that, but not trying to dictate that you have to drive a Lamborghini to feel like a man at the point whereby a child should be. So now we have so many people who are exposed to the internet, and so many people who are online making comments, commenting on videos, even promoting stuff. They are not even they've not even experienced half of what they're trying to promote. You understand? So it's easy for you to mold them. So the internet right now, what's happening right now is that the internet is molding people and building kids and training kids. So the mindset of many people now, if they continue like this, is that they're going to be, exhibiting. They're going to have this mindset that, okay, I'm not man enough if I cannot drive this certain car. I'm not man enough if I've not driven a Lamborghini. I'm not man enough if my friends, my circle of friends cannot contribute with one call. They cannot contribute 2 million naira to help me. Like, why are you giving yourself these standards? It's because of the internet. What the internet is, and so I think that's where the problem is. That's the problem with.
Yeah. You've made a very valid point. And because when we're young, we're not consuming this kind of content. And there was we went through life, especially as teenagers, with a certain level of naivety that is not present anymore.
Yeah.
And this toxic I don't like to say toxic masculinity but honestly, this is the example. When people say toxic masculinity, this is the example you can actually
prime example. Yeah.
This and well, personally, something like Andrew Tate, I have an issue with some of the things he says. I can understand that everyone is not all garbage.
Yeah.
But there are some things that I don't feel it should be for young people to listen.
It's because
and it gives
you've over time you've built that filtration system that you know how to filter what is right and what is because of something that is some residual stuff system that's been built in you to understand that, okay, some things that you receive from outside is not nice, some are good, some are bad. But some people now, this is their filtration system right now. You understand? For some people now, for some our brothers now, that's a filtration system to know what is good or what is bad.
Yeah, you are on serious form.
That's the problem, right?
Wow. This is profound. What you said now makes so much sense. Wow, guy, you blow my mind. I like what you said.
Feeling wise.
Damn, what you said now makes absolute sense. Because if you think about it, that is not my filtration system. My filtration system comes with a lot of times let me just be honest. My filtration system first comes from the training my parents have instilled in me. The values my parents have instilled in me. And they are constantly filtering me. If I begin to do something weird, my dad and my mom will call me and be like, dude, how far now? My parents cannot instruct me anymore. That's just the truth. No matter how you say whether they are my parents, they cannot instruct me. Rather, they can only tell me. So now, because of the respect I have for my parents, when I'm doing things that are a bit weird, I'll be like, this is not the family I come from. That is now a number one filtration system. Then I now filter from my moral compass. Yeah. And my moral compass is a mix of my religion. I'm a Christian. Yeah. And my upbringing, which is my family background. So that is like, that filters me. And also my own common sense.
That's meant to agree to right now that 10 years ago, you understand, you've experienced
sure.
life right now. So
I've experienced a lot of things. But people don't, that's why I say people should think. And one of the things that a lot of people have lost their ability to, like I tell people that I was talking to my sister the other day, I told her that you have to interrogate your beliefs. What I mean by interrogating your beliefs is people should not tell you something. And because the way the person arrived at that conclusion might not be the way you arrive at. That will not be the conclusion you arrive at if you follow it through your own logical pathways. The things that influences the person might not have influenced you. So your own conclusion should be different. So interrogate your beliefs. And many of these young people take these influencers' words as law. As law. I have a family member who was always talking about Tate. I will not lie. During the early days, I consumed a lot of the guy's content, but at the point, I'm like, dude, what you are saying makes it makes absolutely no sense. And I don't value conversations that that sounds as if women should be treated less than. Those kind of conversations I don't like those kind of conversations, because I come from that's a conversation for another day. So the point is, these things, young people are not filtering it. And these Onoha brothers and all these guys are their filtration systems. So they have used them to filter the information. So basically, the words coming out of their mouth is what they now take as sacrosanct, as law, which is absolutely ridiculous. But unfortunately, that's what is happening on a daily basis.
It is what it is. And that's the, I think, also a millennial.
But just give your final word on this so that we can move on to the next.
Just that I think us as millennials, because apparently we're the ones who are parents right now, we're the ones who are young parents right now, although both of us are not married yet, but but I think people who are
don't say it again. Let my mom not hear you.
People who are in their late 20s, early 30s, they are like the young parents right now, which means they're going to start grooming the very young kids right now for the future. I think we have a lot of work to do, because we're lucky enough to experience when there was no internet and when there's internet. We're lucky enough to experience that shift between, that technological shift. We know what is right. We know what is wrong. We understand the filtration system because we're able to live through it. We experience we're the guinea pig.
Both
we're
eras.
The guinea pig for that particular transition period. So there's a lot of work on us to do, to make sure that, okay, when we start having our kids, when we start starting the family, we need to do a lot of work to build a filtration system that is good for our kids, and not only for our kids, for our nieces, for our nephews, for our neighbors, for people around us, in our church, in our mosque, wherever you are with your friends, and even your friends' kids. Build a good filtration system so that the next generation should be able to filter when somebody gives them information. When they see information, they should be able to know that, okay, this is good and this is bad. You understand? And if we're able to do that, I think we'll be confident that wherever our kids are, just the way we're in different parts of the world right now, and our parents are confident that the decisions we're making are good decisions. You understand? At that point, we'll be confident enough to know that, okay, our kids, whether they see people like, I don't know, our brothers online, telling them about, if they're not driven a particular car, if they're not driven a private jet, they're not man enough, or they're not woman enough, they won't take it serious. Understand? It doesn't make sense. This is just not realistic. And the world can be a better place, slightly a little more better than what it is right now. Yeah, I think that's the final word on that.
Yeah, very, very profound. Very profound. So, bro, there's another topic I want us to discuss. And a couple of days ago, I saw a tweet that I just, normal me now, after a hard day's work, I lie down, I decompress. How do we decompress? News, movies, music, Twitter, something like that. Yeah. So I saw a tweet that struck me. One woman talked about Chimamanda, and she said,
when you mention Chimamanda, let me. That's it. I need to clap for Chimamanda. Man,
why are you clapping?
I don't know. I heard that for who she is, for what she's doing, and I don't know. I like smart people. I have profound respect for Chimamanda, and for the fact that she has some sort of links with the rest of Nigeria, UNN, where we both went to. Come on now, I have to farm me a little bit.
Yes.
So I don't know. Yeah, she's doing so well.
I'm
actually proud of what she's doing. She's one of amongst all the terrible things. When you talk about Nigeria, I'm in the US right now, and so I talk to people, and, oh, you're Nigerian or whatever, and we're having a conversation, and we start talking about people, people about things that are going on, and names like Chimamanda props up, and they're like, oh yeah, that's true, Chimamanda. I'm like, I feel this pride inside that, okay, at least, and I've seen that when she's defended both the race, she's defended both the nation, like more like she has to tell people to their face that, when they've probably said something that was off, and she had put them in that place in defense of the fact that she's coming from somewhere. I don't know. Let me know if her family's, but she's
bro. I feel
I love what she's doing, and I love her books. She's a wonderful
I
writer.
feel the same way. I have profound respect for her. Even though a couple of days ago I was talking with my sister and there was something that we noted. I think we'll talk about it in a different video or something so that we don't get this whole thing very messy. And I was telling my sister that because me and my sister were having a conversation, a debate about it, and in a way I was criticizing Chimamanda for something. And what I was criticizing her about was because of this her current book tour, her book tour for the Dream Count, and I didn't feel like we as Nigerians were considered enough during the promotion of the book, because I don't feel like if you tell Nigerian stories, I feel like they should be a bit more. We should have a great place on the table during promotion. So I'm sure the conversation is more nuanced. So I felt very uncomfortable. I just felt very uncomfortable because when you talk about someone who you respect a lot and it seems like you are criticizing the person. But I never want to be the kind of person who, because I admire you, I cannot say what I want to say because of my admiration. But still, because we are all humans. But that also leads to what I want to. I saw this tweet. So the lady, I think her name is Slati Batfast. I'm sure it's on the screen right now. So she said something about Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie using a surrogate to get twin boys is ridiculously disappointing. When I saw this tweet, I was like, what's going on here? Because honestly, I have to hold my hands up and say there are a lot of things I did not know before that I have actually learned during the course of this conversation and during this debate that has been going on over this matter. So for those who are not aware, let me just give a quick summary of what this whole issue is about. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is a world-renowned Nigerian writer and feminist. She recently revealed that she had twins through surrogacy. While many congratulated her, some feminists criticized her, mostly feminists. Yeah. That's a point to note, arguing that surrogacy contradicts feminist values. This sparked a heated debate about whether surrogacy is a form of empowerment or exploitation. So, I think the key point here is Chimamanda is a renowned author and feminist. And the people who have been at the forefront of this criticism have been feminists. And the issue is about surrogacy. And when we talk about surrogacy, I think it's also for those who don't know what surrogacy is in this instance, surrogacy is basically this particular type. I think there are two types of surrogacy where a woman is inseminated by a sperm in whatever biological process, and she gets pregnant and carries a child. Is another form of surrogacy, which is the predominant form of surrogacy, which is the one I'm talking about now, where the person's eggs, a woman's eggs, and another man's sperm, whether it's her husband, partner, whoever it is inseminated biologically or however it is done, and put in the womb, or I don't know if I'm phrasing that correctly, or is given to another woman to carry to term. So but the person carrying that child to term doesn't have any DNA link to the child being carried. So because this can be done for various reasons, and a lot of celebrities in America have used this over the years. I think the first time I heard about this was it, I think sometime around 2008, 2009. I cannot remember exactly who it was, because I remember seeing it on E! Entertainment television many, many years ago. That was the first time I heard the word. So then also we had other celebrities. I think Kim Kardashian, I'm not certain. One of them, I think, did something like that. So that's basically what surrogacy is, using another woman. So now see now where the issue lies. If a woman is carrying your child, your egg, your fertilized egg for you, is this person carrying this thing out of benevolence, or is there a commercial reason? Is there a financial reason for it? Now the question now became, this is where the debate started. Having somebody carry your child for you is exploitative, especially if the person is being paid. The reason is because no one who is financially comfortable will want to go through the risk of carrying pregnancies for another one. That most people who engage in surrogacy, especially in this our part of the world, I don't know where Chimamanda's surrogacy occurred. Most people who engage in surrogacy are those, or the women who are carrying out, who are doing these surrogacy practices, or whatever it is called, are those who have financial issues, who need the money, poor people. Because if you are comfortable, life is good for you. You need the money to come and be, you need to be paid, because pregnancy carries enormous risk. Pregnancy carries enormous risk. So that is basically what the conversation has been about. What is your opinion?
This is a very tough one, because I don't know, if we it's like if we go down this road, man, we won't come out on it. It links. We have to go and talk about, okay, feminism. What's the, the rules of engagement when it comes to feminism? What, it's, I don't, I think off the top of my head right now, I would say one thing. I would say, first and first, feminism, from where I understand it, is the fact that we have to allow, amongst so many other things, amongst equality with men and equality amongst the different genders, is the fact that we have to have women that should be able to make decisions themselves. Understand? If a woman wants to do whatever she wants to do,
Fair
if
point.
she wants to do A, do B, or do C, the same way you question a man who wants to do A, B, C, or the same way you allow a man to do A, B, C, you should also allow a woman to do A, B, C, or question her why she wants to question her over A, B, C. You understand? So if a woman wants to become, she wants to become a surrogate woman, or a surrogate mother, or so, or she wants to carry on that woman's child, whatever her
Yeah.
reasons are, whether she's poor, whether she's rich, whether she just loves to carry babies for people, or whether it's her business, even whether it's for commercial reasons, and she's making money off it. So far, it's something that she's. If I'm judging from the rule of engagement when it comes to basic feminism now, so far she's making a decision herself, and she's not pushed into it. From the layman's point of view of the rule of engagement when it comes to feminism, it's allowed because that's what she wants to do. You understand? Because there's several other decisions she would probably have made because she's poor, whether she's financially not financially handicapped or not, that is being allowed because it is what she wants to do. I don't know if you're understanding me. We're talking in context right now. So if a woman decides to say that, you know what?
Yeah.
My business right now is fine. That's okay. I'm able to carry people's pregnancy for them, and I make good money off it. That is my work. You understand? So, and I plan to do, next 10 years, I want to do 2 or 3 or 4, and I will charge them certain millions, and I have this target, I want to make certain millions. Because she has the right to do that because that's what she wants to do. I don't know if you understand it. If we're looking at it from the layman's point of view of what feminism is right now, you understand? She's not the first person that's done it. She's not going to be the last person. You understand? And let me draw this line now back to the initial conversation of about Chimamanda's book right now. I think first and first, that you should understand that for a while right now, I think for a couple of years, there's been this attack of Chimamanda. I don't know, from those people who are fellow feminists. I don't know. They've been trying to say, oh, a kind of feminism is not a kind that, I don't know. I don't want to go down that road right now where we start discussing what feminism is.
Yeah. There has been a lot of attack on her feminist principles and
this I knew this was going to happen. Sure, the first thing that, even before the fact that she even gave birth, the first thing that happened was her books. There was a full write-up about critiquing her book. Reasonable I don't know, I won't call it unreasonable. So I'm sorry to whoever wrote that critique, but it was just critiquing out of
I felt it was unreasonable, but that's my own opinion.
You don't like this person, that's why you're writing this thing. First of all, you understand? You're not being rational about this thing. You're just adding some sort of emotions into it. There's something behind this write-up. You understand? You didn't even pinpoint any of the good or bad. You just cast the entire thing. So any other thing Chimamanda is going to do right now, anything she does, she's going to get attacked from that group of people who see feminism from a different point of view from her. Now, as regards whether her actions or whatever it is, whatever reasons, for me, what I see, whatever reason she has behind getting a surrogate, she has the right to do it. It's a decision to want to do it. It's her and her partner's decision to want to do it. Whether did she contact anybody? We don't know the backstory. Whether there are companies somewhere who actually run this, who legally run outfits whereby you can go and tell them you want to do surrogacy or whatever, and they help you do it, and there's all the legal backing and all that, and make sure that okay, nobody's being oppressed or nobody's being pressured into doing it. I'm sure someone of our educational standard, someone of Chimamanda status right now, if she wants to do something like that, she would make sure that she goes through all, she checks all the legal boxes. You understand? Someone of, from my own point of view, I feel someone like her. So I don't think it's wrong. You understand? I don't think it is wrong for her to get surrogates. It might be because of that. There are reasons. Whether or not it's even because of medical reasons, nobody. It's none of our business. If she wants to keep her figure eight, that's because other people have been doing it and we didn't question them. You understand? And moreover, why if the reason for feminism is allowing women to do what they want to do and be comfortable enough for them to do those things they want to do, why are we not trying to raise the bar and drop the bar when it concerns different people? Is that not against the rules of engagement? That you are judging this person different from you're judging this person. If we're judging everybody equally, if somebody wants to become a stay-at-home mom, that's her choice. If she wants to be a career woman, that's her choice. If she wants to get a surrogate because she has money to afford a surrogate and do it in the way that and get a surrogate too in the most legal form, that's her choice. If she doesn't want to get a surrogate, that's her choice. You understand? Is when when there's a problem is when you do things that are not legal, when you cross the legal boundary or you step out of the legal boundary and you pressure somebody to doing it, that's when it's a problem. So for now, I would say those are I just call them noisemakers. I will call them noisemakers. Yeah. Then going back to your other question asked about
okay, go on.
about the debate you had with your sister, about why she didn't promote her book in Nigeria. I don't know. I've never felt enough. I never actually thought about it that way. When you just said it now, I'm thinking. That thing you said about it feels weird sometimes when you have to critique people you respect. But I think that's good because if you should be able to critique people you respect, especially when they do something wrong, when they're not doing things to you, when they do something you feel okay, this is not right in my eyes. I understand you because first when I even saw that, I think she did the first launch in the UK. And I don't know. I don't know where she stays. Where she stays in the US or whatever. But when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's nice." She is promoting her book in the UK. Okay, that's good. I didn't think about whether she's come promoting Nigeria. I don't think she has ever promoted any of her books in Nigeria before. I don't know, but I know she lives. I know she.
I'm sure she has. There's no way she will not. That would be terrible. Don't put that idea in my mind. No. So let me just come in here quickly. When the book was announced, Dream Count, and the promotion started for it and all that stuff, I think my sister went online to find if there is like a Lagos a hangout in Nigeria. If it's in Nigeria, it's definitely either Lagos or Abuja. So she went to check if there was anything. She didn't find any. And you could sense disappointment. She was quite, because obviously if something like that is going on, what do you do next? Is to get a ticket quickly. And she was so disappointed. Even though personally, even if the event was going on, I probably wouldn't go. I'm a fan. I love the woman. I love her work. I've read everything she has. I've seen all the interviews. But I'm not necessarily that fan that really engages with people like that. I'm not really I don't go for music shows and stuff. It doesn't excite me enough to go. But my sister, if there was, I would pay for it, she will go. But the fact that there wasn't anything like that, it was a bit disappointing because you cannot center a story on Nigeria, Nigerian culture, Nigerian people, you as a Nigerian woman. And for me, you have to do a lot in that sense to make us to include us in the process of all these things. You don't exclude us. I understand that commercially we are not important.
No, I would not agree with that. Okay. How much?
Let's be serious.
I've not checked.
I think there was. I'm sure some people. Let's say it's above 20K. Sha.
There are lots of Nigerians out there.
Above 20K.
Sure many Nigerians actually. Funny enough, I actually buy.
No. They certainly.
I'm going to impose and spend money to even do that. So right now.
Yeah. There is no way. There was say you have, even if she brings copies. So 1,000. Look, I don't care if you don't even bring all 50,000 copies, 1,000 copies, 500 copies. Even if you don't even sell the books, because it's all in the bookstore. But come on now, at least do something. Do like a promotional run here in Nigeria. Let's feel. I don't know if it finally happened. I haven't heard of it, but even if it does, it feels more like an afterthought to me. But anyway, that's not the content of this conversation for now. Let's go back to what we're talking about. And I want to. I think every point you've made about the surrogacy and Chimamanda, I completely agree. So I will not necessarily make my point based on Chimamanda anymore. I will just make a general point on surrogacy. And what I want to highlight is more like this thing is an imperfect science. And one of the reasons why I say it's an imperfect science is because in almost everywhere around the world, there are hardly federal laws guiding surrogacy. I think in California, commercial surrogacy is legal. In some places in the US, it is not. In fact, any contract signed that is in line with commercial surrogacy in some places is null and void. That means this person can carry the child to them and tell you, no, it's my child. That kind of thing. There's no real contract towards all those things. So this conversation is very nuanced. But see where I have a problem. People have these conversations like it is black and white. I hate it.
Yeah.
And this is a lot of feminists, Nigerian Twitter feminists have this conversation like it is black and white. And they use this, they go on this word salad, regurgitating feminist talking points. And it's so I just feel I don't connect to that kind of conversation. Because your conversation lacks practical. It's just all theory. No depth. It's like you are espousing principles, theories, laws that has no practical basis. Look, I know people who have dealt with infertility.
It is not.
And it is not a joke. People say they say pregnancy can kill. I'm telling you that the loss, the not being able to have a child for many people is almost a life and death issue. It might sound funny, or it might sound you're being ridiculous. I'm telling you that a lot of people desire to have children, and the inability to do so is almost destructive. Is almost deadly for many people. Just like the way we talk about we always talk about promoting people's mental health for a certain group, who will not be named here for some reasons. We always talk about protecting their mental health. Protect their mental health. But why is it that this grace, this diversity of thought, this diversity of understanding is not extended to things that you people do not agree on? Why is it that you believe that there's always one way to do these things? I think the conversation should have been, how do we promote and ensure that this system is not exploitative of women?
Exactly.
Not telling me that the person is terrible for using a surrogate. I can't engage in that conversation because the conversation, I think the premise, in my opinion, is faulty. It just makes no sense to me. What do you mean?
I agree with you on that.
And a lot of them make these blanket final statements on people, and like you said, you don't know the circumstance here. I don't believe CNA is somebody that, or as I would like to call her sometimes, chief, is somebody that will make decisions like that without understanding the legal parameters, the ethical parameters, because she doesn't strike me as someone who is inconsiderate.
Yeah,
that is my opinion. I don't know her. She's not my auntie. We're from the same tribe, but I don't know her. I don't know her enough. But obviously in life, you can always gauge you can always gauge who someone is. If someone at that level is unable to make reasonable decisions and analyze actions properly, then there's a big problem. There's a massive problem. And I don't think she's that kind of person. So I would like to give her the benefit of doubt. I feel like in several ways, these issues have been blown out of proportion. The conversation should be, how can we promote, protect, and make sure that those who are engaging in this commercial surrogacy that they are protected. I was telling So many years ago, there was a conversation. There was this show on TV many years ago called The Doctors. It used to be on Mnet or so on DSTV, and I don't know if it was there I saw surrogacy for the first time. It was something like that. Then there was another conversation. I remember going into a deep dive when I found out. I think it was when Kim Kardashian did a surrogacy. I think so, and also discovered that there are some women. That was then when I was doing a deep dive on this. There were some women who were willing. They didn't mind it. It was something that they enjoyed. I think it was one woman who had like 5 children, who was like comfortable to help people to carry their children to term. I remember there are also stories of even mothers, like some women help their daughters carry children to term. Do you know that?
I can imagine that can happen, but I've never heard of it happen before. But I can imagine.
Yes, because if a woman who maybe has issues, fertility, and maybe has an issue with her ovaries and all that stuff, there are situations where even sisters do this, even mothers do this for their daughters. Yes, it happens. I'm telling you it as a statement of fact, it happens. So it also gives you an insight into the fact that this conversation is very nuanced. It's not black and white here. And this demonization of people who don't do what you want them to do, I don't like it.
I'm trying to,
That demonization is so terrible.
People tend to see things, is it that black or white? There's a gray area in between that you don't understand unless you talk to this person, unless you inside this person's circle. And I like the fact that she's ignoring everything, because it's nobody's business. If you don't care about something that, if you don't put the same standard for some other people, and I think that's why they're having problems we have even before now, because how they want to shape they want her to shape a perspective into the way they see things. Well, they're all feminists. I'm sure I'm a feminist. There are things that I would not want to diminish a woman or whatever. Let's not even go to that part. We're feminists. You understand? We understand these things. We have sisters, we have mothers, we have friends who are doing this, and I'm sure we treat them well. With these people, they've been trying to make us channel our conversation or share a channel perspective into a certain, streamline it into a certain line, into a certain way. You understand? But she's trying to do that. It's not possible that you want to force people into doing this thing if the context of what we're trying to build is the fact that everybody should be able to work on a flat playing field. You understand? You don't tell us that, it is freedom, and then you now start giving us, but for you, you can't speak after 5 p.m. For you can speak after 3 p.m. And why? For God's sake, are you our leader? We are appointed as leader. You understand? Why are you making the rules? Who are you to make the rules? And why must the rules always benefit you? You understand? Because if you're a real leader, some things people should say should make you angry. So people your followers should be able to. Why am I even saying followers? Nobody's a leader. Nobody's a follower here. This is instead of, if we are giving everybody a good playing field, you will not want to make decisions of people. You will not want to judge people without hearing their own side of, and that's why the law is there. You understand? Even a criminal, someone who has murdered somebody, that person also has the grace of having a lawyer, of having legal backing, of having somebody to say, okay, you know what? Come and state your point. Understand? Let the law also fight for you. Even though we all know whether this person is guilty of everything they're saying, but the person will still have to go to court. We have to go through that process. It is what it is. That's it. That's what it is, because we're human beings. That part of that error will still be there, But
yeah, we are very. That's one of the things I respect, because if you keep on engaging every conversation that is hard about you, you will not get anywhere. So that's that about that, bro.
I will check. I need to buy a copy. I'm not sure reading the book. I would do that over this. I will do that over this song.
Yeah, I will. And that's I will read. I've not even bought it, but I will definitely do so. I've read every other song in the section.
I get for you as a gift.
So
you don't feel bad about it again.
Yeah, my birthday passed and I've not gotten my birthday gift from you.
Our birthdays was
expect my birthday. The funny thing.
So it is payback.
Oh boy!
I didn't get you a gift, but I have good plans for you, man. I have good plans for you. No, it's okay. Come on, I have good plans for you.
No,
yeah. No, try, you have
no. Man, I know you're my bro. Let's just to end things on a light note. I think we've been going on for almost an hour now, just to end things on a light note. And there's this stuff I was thinking the other day, and I was remembering this our primary school rhyme. Some have food but cannot eat. Some can eat but have no eat.
We have
no food. We have food, and we can eat. Glory be to thee, O Lord. Amen. So the thing is, with this, I just thought about it, that this is the most comprehensive prayer I have ever heard. Because if you think about the lyrics to this song, some have food but cannot eat. Some have food. That means you can have the food. There's food though, but you cannot eat. And you cannot eat is mostly for health reasons. There's an issue why someone cannot eat. Some can eat. Some, you are healthy. You can eat. Everything is okay with you, but have no food. There is no money on your table to feed yourself. But us, that was us in primary school during break time singing this song. We have food and we can eat. Glory be to God. I just thought about that. The simplicity of the prayer is very profound, and it's all encompassing. It talks about gratitude. It's also understanding that some people lack, and you are recognizing the fact that there is lack, but you are in a privileged position to exist. So I just thought about it and said, for me, that was like the most profound and robust prayer I've ever heard in my life.
I know the funny thing is that if you remove food and put in different things to replace food, it will still make sense. That's the thing. You know, some people have cars, they can't drive.
Yeah.
Some can drive, but they have no cars. You can drive when you have a car. Glory be to God.
Yeah.
Some people have friends, but they can't talk with their friends. Some people want to talk with people, but they don't have friends. You have friends and you can talk with them. Glory be to God. Some people have families, but some people want families, but they don't have families. Some people want families, but they don't have. Some people want family, but they don't have family. Some people have family, but they don't even want that family around. They push them away. You have family and you want them around. Glory be to God.
Yeah.
Some people want a good life, but they can't have a good life. Some people have a good life, but something is still wrong somewhere. Something's wrong somewhere.
Something's wrong somewhere.
You have good. You want good life, and you are in the process of getting a good life. You have shelter, you have a house, you can feed yourself. Glory be to God. It's as I said, it's the most complete prayer, and for the fact that even us as kids, because you were even thinking of primary school. Me, I was remembering KG2. And funny, I don't know if I told you before. I have this weird memory. I can remember things when I'm like 2-3 years old. I don't know why. So I tell my mom sometimes. Sometimes I tell my mom some things and ask her some questions. That was this thing that she was like, "How do you remember these things?" But yeah, and I can remember when I was in KG2. Yeah, I swear. I still remember my classroom when my dad came to meet me in my school there, and I still remember when I was in KG3. Was KG2 or so? I moved to a new school, and I still remember that I failed the spelling banana because I wrote banana. I added another extra NA to it. I still remember it. And I still remember going to assembly those days, with your okay, we've probably dropped our school bag. My school bag is always biscuits and pencil that's inside. But going to assembly, and there's this my friend, him, boss, he's always in front of me. I was taller than him slightly. Then there's a guy in my class then called Godwin. Okay, he's always in front. That's our KG2 line. All of us will line up like this. Well, I know the shortest person. No, the shortest person furthest behind. And I remember in the assembly, we walk with our uniform. Then we'll be shouting, "Summer food!" The excitement will be, and even then, just when they ring the bell for break, that's when we sing. That's the specific song we sing before we run out to go and play. Yeah, break time.
For break to go.
Yes. And
eat and stuff.
When we're saying that prayer, we're not looking at what we had on our tables. Some of us had biscuits, some of us had Indomie and eggs, some of us had, fried rice and chicken. So some other people had, had stew and rice with plantain, and beans, the complete combo. Some had jollof rice. We're never measuring what we had to eat. We're just thanking God for the fact that we had something to eat during the break, and we were able to eat it. We were able to eat it.
Able to.
And if we spin that
Yeah.
into our life right now, it's, man, we have a lot to be grateful to God for. We have a lot to be grateful to God for. We're not special in any way. That's the truth. What is special about us is the fact that we have God, or we have family, or God has given us that grace, and we have to be, I don't know, and this spread on to even our viewers, or whoever you're watching this video, whatever. I don't know who you believe in, but I also want to know that wherever you are right now, there's something that is a privilege. There's something that amongst all the things we deserve, you understand, there's some things that we actually deserve that we're enjoying. Amongst everything that we deserve, whether you're lost somewhere, whether there's something you're feeling bad about, whether your relationship is going bad, whether you're somewhere in the desert, you're lost, and you just for some reason you have internet and you can check out and see that you see this video. That's the privilege. The fact that you have internet somewhere and you subscribe,
and you subscribe, though, and you subscribe.
It's the privilege that, yeah.
Very important. You must have subscribed and liked it.
And they didn't have internet, they didn't have nothing. They couldn't reach out to anybody to ask for help. So if we actually look inwards and check every aspect of our life, there's something that we're actually enjoying that somehow we might not be able to pinpoint how we figure out that thing. It just happened, and that prayer is actually very strong. And now that you said it, I think I have to be saying that prayer more now. And that prayer and the Lord and the Lord's prayer, that our Father who art in heaven, those are like two complete prayers. Thank you for reminding me. Just maybe very nostalgic moments.
Very. I was in the way I remembered it. I think, I don't know why, I saw my neighbor's children coming back from school, and it struck me. I just remembered my time in primary school. And if you remember back then, sometimes some people will come to school then, and they come with food, but honestly, maybe they are so sick they can't eat. I used to have one classmate then, Peter. You eat all your food. If I find that boy today, I wonder where he is now. That Peter, he was a bully even back then. Even when you're healthy, he will still eat your food, not talk of when you're unhealthy. So
that's
that boy.
You can't.
So
that's the part of prayer I'm missing. You can have food and someone will beat you.
Yeah, now you have food and you can't eat. So we had the food and we could not eat because Peter will eat your food. Or you are just sick, because you can be so unhealthy and you can't even eat. So I just feel like it's something that we should be thankful for, and it's and again, one of the reasons why I thought of it is because sometimes simple things are profound. You don't have to climb a mountain and do something very out there to show appreciation, to show gratitude. Just something as simple as that covers your point. So just don't despise simple things. Like they say, the simplest solution is usually the right solution, or the best solution. So that's just it for today, my bro.
I want to say something.
So
I think we can even also to say that prayer and say glory be to God. And I think some of us also need to tell some of our parents or people who have been our guidance, or that's that same statement sometimes. I know we could also tell them that, I know it's something that I could tell my mom especially, or my, and tell her that there's some times whereby, some people have school fees, but they can't go to school. Some people can go to school but they don't have school fees, but this person, this guardian, this parent, or your parents, they've been able to, you wanted school fees, and they give you money, they pay for your school fees, and they give you education. Like, thank you, mommy, thank you, daddy, for giving me this privilege to be able to go to school. Because some parents that they don't care. But yeah, I think it's something that we could also tell our guardians or people who are and our friends. And our friends also.
Gratitude.
Yeah. And a celebration of friendship also. It's a lot of friendship also.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Thank you also for sometimes, like I said, some people have friends, but they can't call them. Some want to call, they can't have friends. They don't have friends to call. So thank you for being there. That's sometimes I want to talk to someone, you know, I want to make a call, I want to talk to a friend. And to you and to our clique of friends that I can pick the phone and call in off you, or you guys can pick the phone and call in off us and we'll be there too. So I think thank you guys also for that. I think we should, you know.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel special. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato.
I don't know, but I was thinking
Arigato.
that I was speaking. I just I was speaking anyway. I don't know what it means.
Arigato gozaimasu. This sounds nice. My best out of everything I learned from foreigners. This is the best one. Like
Oh,
fighting,
one word, one language.
fighting.
Oh, okay.
If you watch Korean movies, it's from Korea. It's Koreans. They want to say fighting. Like it's like let's keep on doing. They'll be like
Okay,
fighting.
so
that's just like so.
courage, like courage, you know, just courageous and keep it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And let's
You're the Frenchman now. So, Emma, it's been lovely chatting with you, and I just hope whoever has gotten to this stage of this video,
big
subscribe, like, share. I'm sure for you to have gotten this far in this conversation, at least there will be something you're enjoying in the conversation, and it's just to keep us encouraged and keep us motivated to doing more of this. So we thank you guys for your support, and if there is anything, engage us in the comment section. We are always replying.
Yeah,
you know, engage us. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. Drop a like, share, and subscribe. We are very grateful for your time, because to spend this amount of time listening to two dudes who you don't know, dude, it's something. It's something. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So thank you guys. Thank you yourself, man. Yeah.
All right, bro. Have a nice day, man.
Take care, man.
Yeah, take care now. Yeah.